Joining us now, the host of Michelle Malkin Investigates on CRTV.com. Michelle Malkin, I don't think it's going to end, I would say, with every item on Trump's agenda, what he promised the American people. If it's energy, if it's borders, if it's vetting, if it's a judge, if it's lower taxes, there's going to be the same reaction. I don't see this getting better. I see it getting worse. Your thoughts?
I think you're right, Sean, and I think the montage that you showed of how this dates back decades and decades emphasizes that there's nothing new about this anarchy, and that obstructionism is the middle name of the Democrat Party. And the middle name of the far left is by any means necessary. That has been their operational motto for 3 or 4 decades now. What happened at Berkeley has happened many, many times before. It's just more in flames than it ever has been. I spoke in Berkeley at an event. I was invited by the college Republicans in 2004, and my lecture hall had to be chained shut because there were hundreds and hundreds, throngs of students who, of course, were encouraged by faculty members to try and shut me down. This is what the left does, and Clarence Thomas said it more powerfully than anyone has in modern life about the uppity blacks and browns and yellows and reds who have been suppressed by the left because their ideas and their expressions are so dangerous that you've got these leftists on campuses from Berkeley to the East Coast to everywhere in between threatening conservative speakers. Liberals, they call themselves the protectors of safe spaces, not if you're a conservative student, professor, or visiting speaker who needs to dress in riot gear to express yourself.
You know, the free speech movement in America started in 1964 and 65 in Berkeley. But free speech only for liberals, not for conservatives? If they didn't want to hear from the guy that works for Breitbart, they didn't have to go, did they?
No, of course they didn't. But this climate of intolerance and this suppression of ideas with which they disagree is at the heart of what academia has been teaching. That's why you have these generations of crybabies and snowflakes who cannot cope in a world where they lose politically, ideologically, and culturally.
Well, we move from the we need aromatherapy and puppy therapy and crayons and coloring books and Legos. I guess this is the next stage of their reaction, which is anger. One of the reasons every 4 years in an election year, I will play every election year, Republicans are racist and sexist and misogynist and xenophobic and homophobic and Islamophobic and I don't even know what else. But they do the same thing every year. This party seems to have no ideas, meaning the Democratic Party, but they're the party of character assassination. Last word for you.
Yeah, they're not only ideologically bankrupt, they're morally bankrupt. How dare these people wag their fingers at their political opponents from the center to the right to libertarian wing of America and tell us that we don't know what civility is, that we need to preach more tolerance. They need to look in the mirrors because they are absolutely responsible for it. Their noses are not clean and their hands are not clean. Where's Janet Napolitano, the former Homeland Security Secretary who's in charge of the UC system? Where are you? It's really up to the donors who have been floating the endowments of so many of these private universities and colleges. Shame on you for funding and subsidizing this kind of anarchy across America.
Michelle Malkin, thanks for being with us, CRTV.com. We appreciate it. Michelle Malkin Investigates.